What's going on guys, Ashtinho Plays here and welcome back to another video of the FIFA 16 Sheffield United Career Mode series. Today's video is episode 9 of season 4, if I am not wrong. Hopefully I'm not, because I like to think that I'm not very forgetful. But aside from that, we are going to have another 3 games today, and one of them is the 5th Champions League group game. As you can see here, a draw against Bayer Leverkusen would mean that we win the group and get an easier draw supposedly in the last 16. Now, we've seen in the past in the Champions League that is not always the case. Sometimes if you win your group you don't always get a favourable draw, because sometimes a good team might have finished second in their group. But the idea behind it is you're more likely to get a good draw if you finish top of the group, so that's what we're going to try and do. So we did draw in the first game of the Champions League group stages against them, having taken the lead, so I would settle for more of the same really. I'm not too bothered about winning the game as long as we just get the point. And even if we were to lose, we've got Spartak Moscow up next, and all we would have to do to guarantee winning the group would be just beat them. So yeah, we beat them 4-1 in our first game against them, so it's looking pretty good, but we do want to make sure we just get over the line and get the job done. So as we've seen in the past, scoring first against them doesn't always guarantee much, but they nearly score first here actually with a good shot hitting the post, but we get a bit lucky with that one. And up the other end, Dicko is set away on the left hand side. He cuts in and he's looking for options. There isn't very many, so he takes them all on himself, hits the bar, and they don't deal with it, so it deflects in really luckily, with Rolando Aarons getting the goal. And it is a super lucky goal, yes, but you know, I'll take that all day long. We're 1-0 up on 17 minutes and it stayed that way until half time. It was 1-0, so all looking pretty good, but we did have 45 minutes of football still to play just to be absolutely sure. So we wanted to avoid conceding and if anything perhaps get a second. Dicko here on the right hand side puts a cross in for Wisdom of all people to hit the post with a header. A really good effort, but unlucky, and we probably should have been scoring there. And the question is, would they find an opening to punish us here? Kalonoglu hits the post and it's the easiest goal Benteke will get in his career. Simple tap-in off his head after the initial shot from Kalonoglu hit the post, and we still had something to hold on to until this amazing piece of skill just totally undid us, and it was 2-1. We were throwing it away, and it looks as though we might just have to rely on the 3 points at Spartak Moscow if we are to win the Champions League group. And that was all we can muster up, a 2-1 defeat at home, our first defeat in the Champions League this season against Bayer Leverkusen. But they were a very organised and disciplined side, so there's no shame in that defeat, and we can still win that Champions League group as long as we beat Spartak Moscow, who, as I said before, we beat 4-1 in the last game against them, so no problems there. But in the league it would be nice to get back to winning ways, well, I mean in all competitions actually, because we've just had a defeat there, and it would be nice to win this one against Arsenal. We did actually win against Arsenal last season, to go on a 4-game winning run. So yeah, I mean if we could repeat something similar then I would be very happy, but we're going to have to defend a bit better than that during the game if we want to. So the key is probably going to be, you know, trying to defend well and keep the clean sheet, because often we do fail to do that. Perhaps the way we set up to play is a bit risky at times, and it does leave us exposed at the back. But we know that we can score goals going forward, so that is not the problem area. Question is, could we score enough goals to actually win the game and score more than Arsenal? Well, not much going on in the first 20 minutes, but Bergwijn has this effort that did need to be saved by Szczesny, who's only playing because Arsenal, for some reason in career mode, they seem to play weaker teams when they play you, because I don't know whether that's to do with they also have Champions League action or something, but yeah, there may or may not be a reason why they rest players, but they are in this case, and we nearly take the lead against them, but Szczesny come to the rescue again, and it was kept to be 0-0 at half time. Both sides looking pretty decent, I guess, not at their best though, and we still should have something in our tank though to hopefully win the game. So we sub on Burns for the second half, and I was sizing up some other substitution options, maybe bringing on Dicko, but I think we'll save that one until later in the game. So first notable moment of the second half comes with 65 minutes gone. We gave them a bit too much space and Ramsey's shot had to be saved, but Bergwijn here finds himself in a bit of space on the left hand side. He cuts in and tries to find Ambrose, who gets really unlucky hitting the bar. He hasn't played very much, but I'm giving him an opportunity to try and flourish. And he's just getting unlucky at the end of the day, but he does deserve his chance, and give him more of those chances, he will score them. So here though, we nearly lose ourselves the game with Verratti pouncing on a lack of clearance really. We didn't clear it properly, but it stayed 0-0. We'll take the point at that, and that means that we're now probably going to be going out to win the game at home to Manchester City if we want to maintain our good league position. So yeah, we'll see about that, but it will be a tough game because they do have a lot of attacking talent. I mentioned in last episode possibly that they do have Dimitri Payet in this career mode. So he's going to be a threat, and I'm pretty sure they also have some other new players that I can't quite seem to recall, but Payet being the important one because he's a maestro in midfield and sets up a lot of attacks. So yeah, we are going to give Thierry Ambrose another chance in this game to get on the score sheet because I do have faith in him and I think he's a good striker. It's just that with Traore coming in, playing really well, it's difficult to find a place for him in the team, and Dicko is also a really big contributor to a lot of our results. But he's getting another chance today to prove himself and prove why he is amongst our ranks, and hopefully he takes that chance. So I mean, we should have plenty of threat going forward as always, but it'll be a question of how we cope with their attacking talents. But early on, Ambrose running in behind, great turn, he takes the shot and Declan John gets in his way. You gotta feel a bit sorry for him there really, because he'd done loads of great work to get into that position and Declan John just messes it all up for him by getting in the way. But Payet there, as I mentioned before the game, he was going to be a threat. He did hit the bar with a really good effort there, and I've just remembered they also have a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in this game, so they are a real threat going forward. But I am gonna sub Traore off actually, because I still think that Ambrose has another trick up his sleeve for this game, and he wins the ball here brilliantly. Can he score? It's not a clean finish, but he does, and my decision to keep him on the field proves correct. He scores the goal and it's 1-0. Thierry Ambrose did deserve his chance in this game, he has just shown it, and I was perhaps right to sub off our top scorer in favour of keeping on Ambrose, because he's now got the goal. But we were going to have to be sturdy in defence to hold out for the win, and Toure tested Arrizabalaga there, but he was strong and came out early. And Aubameyang's shot is well blocked here. And here we try something unique with this set piece. Burns with a good turn and shot, but it was well saved by Joe Hart. And we held on for the win, a 1-0 victory at home to Manchester City. Thierry Ambrose the match winner, and it was proven to be a good decision to keep him on the field of play. As you can see, he is man of the match, so yeah, a very good tactical decision I would say, and Thierry Ambrose is now back in contention to play regularly in our team, or at least challenge the position of striker, and not make it easy for Traore and Dicko to keep their places. So competition for places is back, and that is always great for any team. So 4th place after 15 games on 29 points and 4 points off first place Spurs. Next time we'll be playing another 3 games, and if you're excited be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.
And then reading up the table, second